Hello everybody, looks like we're live, and welcome to round 10 of the Backmarkers ReScreened LLC Regional Late Model Tour. It's the RND 125 Classic here at beautiful Myrtle Beach Speedway, and just a few more minutes of practice left for these drivers before we get into qualifying. I want to take a quick second to thank our title sponsor of this race, RyanNardoneDesigns. RyanNardoneDesigns is a freelance graphic designer who turned a small passion into something more. From logos to designs, he can do it all at a reasonable price. R&D has created designs for trackside billboards, t-shirts, and he's done a little something of everything. Visit RyanNardoneDesigns.com to view the full Team 53 collection, or message RyanNardoneDesigns on Instagram and Facebook for more information. Big thank you to him as well as Team 53 for providing all of our setups for the drivers tonight, and ReScreened LLC as the title sponsor of our league. Let's flip on over to the practice times. Looks like Tyler Barnett once again is out front. That 13 machine out on track setting times. Sounds like tire wear is super aggressive tonight. Very odd track layout. And that little dogleg of a tri-oval on the front stretch really makes turn one into a bit of a challenge. As well as we see the 32 of Sean Johnson. Oh, just getting the back bumper of Tyler in the exit of the turn there as the session switches over to qualifying.
Let's keep it quiet for the first few minutes of qualifying.
Oh, I have a bit of technical difficulties at the moment. Go ahead and disable that. Don't need to get too involved with drivers in the heat of the moment. Let's take a look at a couple of cars out on track right now, setting their qualifying times. And once again, top six are going to move straight into our 125 lap feature race later on tonight. Everybody on down, 7th on down, is going to be put into a heat race to set the rest of the grid. 20 lap heat race tonight. And as we always see, the front pack of that heat race usually fares pretty well, having that little bit extra practice. As we see Johnny Rapp pulling in after setting provisional pole. Got a 1941 on the board at the moment. Sam Stoner matching that time in that 65 machine. Been great with his new Doty livery as well. Great paint scheme on that car.
Oh, Ryan Rose, though, with a 19365.
Look who snuck in the booth. It's Tyler Barnett himself. Shouldn't you be on track, bud?
No, sir. I wasn't even going to qualify regardless if I raced or not today, just because, I don't know. Want to start from the back if I do, and if not, then I'll be up in here the whole race, watching over with you.
Sounds good, buddy. A big welcome to our Backmarkers ReScreened LLC Regional Late Model Tour Season 1 champion. How's it feel to lock up that championship with 2 rounds to go?
Pretty good. I mean, that first, half of the season, it got intense with a lot of drivers trying to go for it, and then came into stride, thankfully. I was working with Blake a little bit, and from there, him and I were able to get some good strategies down and kind of stop killing ourselves on pit road, and then after that, kind of all fizzled out, and now I'm just here for the good times, and I'm excited to see what the rest of the season holds, and especially if I'm not racing tonight, I really, really want to see my boy Blake win it tonight.
Yeah, you Evil Empire boys have been doing super well lately, and you've really come into your stride with the pit strategies and tire saving. You guys have done some serious improvements from the beginning of the season. So Nice to see you guys get rewarded for it. You with the championship as well. And yeah, it looks like Dylan Johnson has set provisional pole with a 1936, and Ryan Rose in second place. My timing screen's showing a 1937, so it looks like a bit of a rounding error there, down to the thousandths in these times. Blake Hoppy there also sitting in P3, but if we look a little further on down, the 49 machine of Devin Jack is going to be starting the heat race on pole, it seems, in that 7th spot.
A pretty solid qualifying effort out of Clifton Simmons as well. I mean, a 19.470, less than or just over a tenth off the pole sitter. I mean, right in the middle of the pack, and he's going to be on that outside pole position for the heat race. That's not bad. That is not too bad from him. Let's see who else we got. Abraham Kalufa. He was showing pretty good speed in practice. I think he'll be there for the long run. He's going to be starting a little bit deep, but, I mean, he's got that whole heat race to work himself through. And Robert Brobst, obviously, he's going to be a heat menace. He normally is. So I expect him to see that front.
Yep, Robert Brobst is a great call. I love to see his aggression early on in those heat races. He loves to take those positions as early as possible and settle in and let the riffraff take care of themselves a little further on down the road. And yeah, awesome qualifying for Dade as well. The Dade Gratuski in that 6 car to get into the top 10. Awesome showing from him.
I agree. He's always been pretty solid here, I will say. We've ran like 1 or 2 races here together, and he's always had some speed.
Nice. Well, this is my first trip to beautiful Myrtle Beach Speedway. What little insights do you have for us, Tyler?
It is a really, really weird track. Obviously, it's a really odd D shape. It's almost a regular oval, but just a little bit on that front straightaway. It's bended a little bit. So it's like imagine Richmond and it got hit in the head. And that's how it's going to be, basically. So turns 1 and 2, that's going to be the real trouble corner, I think, for getting speed and getting runs. But turns 3 and 4, it's super flat, and you can dive it in there, kind of ride the brake a little bit, and then throttle off. It gets really, really loose on exit, no matter which line you take. You can either enter almost on that bottom and kind of just have a straight little dart, I guess, through the corner, or you can arc the corner and try to get a better run off. But it's a lot of lines here. It's a lot of different opportunities to pass, but I can see 3 and 4 being a little bit of a trouble area, kind of like a little funnel for everybody, because you all want to get near that wall, near the apex or near the exit of that corner, and there's going to be a lot of cars going down there. So expect to see a lot of bump and runs through there, or a lot of people getting turned off the noses of somebody. Another thing you need to watch out for, though, is in turn 1 and 2 are those little rumble strips. Those things,
little sausage curbs, yep.
They will launch you. If you have a direct drive wheel and you're running it, apparently, thanks to Justin Laxton telling me, way too high, my wrist will be broken.
Wow.
I hit it a couple times and it snaps the wheel violently.
Yep, we just saw the 24 machine of Aaron Banks clobber over those curbs on the exit of pit road there, and yeah, he looks like a pretty rough ride there. So you definitely don't want to be hitting that at speed, so we'll probably be seeing some 2x2 drivers getting squeezed down there, so hopefully we can be a little more careful, a little more gentle on those sausage curbs as well. It looks like the pace car's peeling off. Pace car peels off into the pit lane. The 49 of Devin Jack and Clifton Simmons is on the outside with Robert Brobst on that second lane. Looking to push the 49 off the start. Not the greatest start for the 49, but he manages to hold off Clifton and Robert as well. The 5 machine is just going to tuck in behind Devin and look for some clean air here.
Clifton into the back right now, it looks like, just being stuck on the outside. He's going to get close to that wall, but he's going to go from the outside pole down to 4th position with Day looking to the inside. He may have to give that spot up unless he gets a good run off of 2, which he is going to. He's going to touch that wall just a touch, but nothing to upset the car too badly. But Devin Jack out here with a about 3 car length lead, and he could be walking away right now, but let's look at the back of the pack.
Yeah, beautiful stuff from Clifton Simmons and Dade Grajewski out there in the top 5. Let's take a look further on down. We've got Abe Kalufa in that 84 machine, as well as Nick Seraph hassling him, sending it super deep into 3 and 4. Oh, and the yellow flag comes out. Looks like Aaron Banks is sideways on the track at the moment. Let's see if we can pull up a quick replay and find out what happened here. Go into a far chase cam and check out the 24 Aaron Banks.
Just looks like he got loose on his own there.
Yep, going into 3 and 4 there, just a little too hot perhaps.
Yeah, he just got in the throttle a little bit too early and too much throttle. You could see the car backing out right after he apexes the corner, and he doesn't correct it. You could see that rear end kind of skew out to the right, and then from there he's kind of just along for the ride. You could tell his car is still turned left, so he just doesn't realize it, and then it's going to be too late by the time he realizes he is turning left.
Yep, unfortunately the initial crash didn't seem to pop up. Oh, looks like there was... Looks like he was trying to avoid that inside sausage curb as well. A little bit of self-preservation from the 24 machine. But it looks like the 49 of Devin Jack is going to hold on to that lead with Robert Bropes behind him, and the 44 of Bob Belshaw out there in 3rd place. Clifton Simmons, he might have fallen back 2 spots from his start, but I think he's going to be in a great position on this restart. I think he got a little more comfortable on that outside line, and hopefully he can fight a little harder and get down to that bottom line.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. I mean, Robert Bropes, he's really, really good on restarts. And if Clifton can just hang on his bumper, he's probably going to have the edge on the other Robert going into 1 and 2. And then maybe with a little bit of momentum, he's going to carry that off and be able to either clear him or get close to clearing him in 3 and 4 and then finally get away from there. But yeah, it's going to be a little bit of work for Clifton there, but at least these tires don't have to go 100 so laps because it's obviously the heat race. You only have to go 20. You can burn them off as much as you want.
Oh yeah, that's what I love to see in these races. The aggression is turned way up high. Unfortunately, it does cause a caution every so often, but it's well worth it for the short track action.
That is 100% true, and I mean, we've gotten a lot of short track action apparently these last couple weeks, but it's been a show for sure.
Yes, sir, it has, and it looks like the pace car is peeling off once again into the pit lane. The 49 of Devin Jack on the inside with Robert Bropes in that 5 machine on the outside. Green flag comes out. 49 gets a great jump. The 44 of Bob Belshaw is hanging on to that 3rd spot and clears Clifton Simmons in the 38 as well. Dade Grajewski looking to the inside of Clifton. There he goes. Takes that 4th spot, as well as Nick Seraph is going to follow him all the way on through to the top 5. Nice job from Nick there as well.
Clifton, he hits the wall, and he is going to go from the outside pole to the outside of last place. Man. That is a rough go for Clifton. I mean, he had such a good qualifying run, and I expected a lot out of him, but just a rough go in the heat race here, and he's gonna have a lot of work to do in the main event if he can't get his way up through the field now with only 10 laps to go. Devin Jack, though.
Clifton Simmons is setting himself up for a nice, safe feature race, though. I would usually prefer to be in the back while the carnage, sorts itself out, and I think we'll quietly see him move his way up during the length of that race. But yeah, back to the lead. Devin Jack is holding on with maybe 3 or 4 car lengths on the 5 machine of Robert Bropes and Bob Belshaw.
Something I notice he's doing, though, is he's pushing really hard on the exit of 1 and 2. So with that, if Robert can just keep the tires under him and not do what he just did there and kind of drive it off straight, then he's going to be able to catch him in about 3 or 4 laps if he just times it right, because Devin's pushing. He hit the line really well there, actually. So if he's able to do that for the rest of the race, I don't think that Robert's going to get to him. But if he does start doing that other line and Robert starts getting that really good short, tight exit, this could be a race.
Oh, we've got a race on our hands a little on further down the field as well. Looks like the 6 car of Dade Grajewski is going to challenge the 44 of Bob Belshaw for that 3rd spot.
I told you he's got speed here, man. I want to see him get it. I want to see him get a podium in this heat race.
Absolutely.
He needs it.
Love seeing solid performances out of Dade. It looks like the leader is pretty solidly out there, holding on to that 4-car length lead on Robert Brobst as well.
That's good management right there, but Dade's looking to the inside. Robert's going to give him room. Dade slides a little bit. He's a little loose, but he's there still. He's going to be able to put that thing right in the bottom of 3 and 4. They're going to be side by side, probably on exit if Dade doesn't come to the track a little bit.
Oh, big slide!
Nice save from both of them. They're going to be side by side going into 1.
Side by side for 2 laps.
But Robert is going to be sliding up the track a little bit. Dade with a better exit.
Little tap of the wall.
He's there. Oh, he's on that quarter panel. He pinches him, but Dade's going to hold strong on the bottom.
Spotter must be going wild right now.
They're still side by side, man. This is a fantastic battle. Dade getting a little bit loose coming off the corner, and that's going to allow Rob to clear him. Good move by Rob there, but we're going to see if Dade can get set up before the checkered flag here. I know he wants this podium bad.
Dade's going to have some really hot tires, and I think he knows that there's only 2 laps left. Oh, caution comes out.
With the green-white checkered.
Nick Seraph towed to the pits.
Let's see what happened. Oh, he was racing with Abraham there.
Go on back a little ways.
That's an interesting thing. It looks like Abraham holds his line on that outside. If you look at his left side tires, he is just holding along that that stripe line there. Nick kind of just comes up the track a little bit. It's a little loose and then just isn't able to hold on to it. Kind of clips that barrier pretty bad. Takes off that front bumper.
Oh, I think I was just a little too far back. Now we see Nick Seraph and Abe Kalufa side by side. Yeah, just as you say it. 84 is holding his left side tires on that dotted line. Oh, and just clips the barrier.
They don't even touch. I think it was just really close racing. I mean, there could have been a little bit of netcode involved in it. Nope, by phone. But yeah, I think there's a little bit of netcode involved if there was any contact, because that was really tight. But I think Nick was just trying to stay off of him.
Yeah, a little bit of netcode usually exacerbates any small incident like that. So unfortunate to see. We've seen some awesome racing from Nick Seraph this week. So far in this heat race, he was up in the top 5 at one point. So again, a long feature race coming up later tonight, and I think we'll see some great opportunities for comebacks from not only the 523 machine of Nick Seraph, but also the 38 of Clifton Simmons, who is currently sitting in P6, 4 spots down from his start. But that outside line has not been kind to him on these restarts, and I think we'll see some movement later on tonight. But looking back at the front of the pack, Devin Jack in that 49 machine is hanging on to the lead. I think he's led every lap so far.
Yeah, it doesn't really surprise me in all honesty. I mean, Devin, he's a great driver. I mean, ever since he came in here, he was giving me trouble, and he was someone that was on my list every week to try and stay in front of, because I know how he is. He's fast, and if he gets in front of you, it's going to be difficult to pass. So doesn't surprise me at all seeing him lead every single lap in this heat race, and I expect him to be able to get through the field a little bit and probably battle for the win tonight, especially if I'm up here, and I think he has a shot with Blake.
Absolutely. Devin has proven himself to be one of the best drivers in this league, and he's representing Canada well as our only Canadian here in the Backmarkers ReScreened LLC Regional Late Model Tour.
I was ready to throw hands for my boy Peter D. Stewart. Peter, I hope you're watching. If not, I understand, but I'm going to yell at you anyways. Peter is our other Canadian, and we cannot choose a favorite Canadian. So they're both of our favorite Maple Leafs.
Hey man, Peter's got to make his way down to late models for him to be my favorite. I'm waiting, Peter.
That's a call out right there. I'm going to tag him.
And the pace car peels off into the pit lane once again. 3 to go. Looks like a green-white checker restart. And the 49...
Look how aggressive he was. He was almost pushing Robert going into one. He wants that podium spot. He's going to be stuck on the outside, though. Oh, Robert comes up and cleans him out.
Oh, big touch, big contact for Dade Grajewski there. He gets pushed up the racetrack, and now the 97 of Mitch Smith is also looking to take that spot away, but Bob Belshaw looks like he was able to take that third spot, and he might be able to hold on to it here. But
I don't know. If Dade gets to him, though, I think he's going to send him. I wouldn't be very happy, but then again, I am kind of a hothead sometimes.
There he goes around the turn 3 and 4. Devin Jack is going to take the checkered flag to win the heat race at the RND 125 Classic here at beautiful Myrtle Beach Speedway tonight. Congratulations
top
to
two.
him. Yeah, that was
a solid top 2.
That was a fantastic race. Not too many cautions. Oh man, lots of respect shown between all the drivers in those side-by-side battles. Bob Belshaw and Dade Grajewski come to mind immediately for great battles. Let's see if we can pull up some results for the heat race real quick. This might break everything. No, we're good. Devin Jack, Robert Brobst, and Bob Belshaw are your top 3 finishers in that heat race. Dade Grajewski is going to come home 4th after fighting like hell for that 3rd spot with Bob Belshaw and putting on a great show for us. Mitch Smith got a couple of positions on that last restart as well. He came home top 5, followed by Clifton Simmons, Abraham Kalufa, Aaron Banks, Nick Seraph, and somehow our boy Tyler Barnett is both in the booth and in the car. So,
you know what? Sometimes it just be like that. I'm comfortable. I'm getting my my seat fitted for my dad next season, you know?
Oh, nice.
Nah, I think I'm going to hang out with you tonight, man. I mean, I'm having a blast up here, and I really want to see some good racing. I do miss the booth a little bit, obviously. I'm a racer at heart, so I do like racing more, but I want to see some good action. I want to see some real good battles, and obviously when I'm battling on track, I have my own separate battles, but I want to be able to see these guys go at it, and I want to see how aggressive they get, especially for a win here, because I know that if I don't race, then people are going to be absolutely pushing hard for a win tonight.
Yep, it's all on the line tonight, and everybody is going to try tooth and nail to get that win. And yeah, like you said, I'm a driver too, man. I'm a road guy. I like turning right more, but I was so graciously asked to commentate for this league, and I have had so much fun watching these guys race and just learning so much about short track racing. I'm really starting to get it, you know? I'm starting to get it.
Well, I mean, it's been really fun to have you and go back and watch all the broadcasts that you've done. I wouldn't say you've come like a long way, because off the bat you were really solid, but you're picking up those like finite little details that make you even better, and it's very, very impressive to listen to. You're definitely one of the best broadcasters that we have.
Well, thank you. That's very kind of you to say, Tyler. I appreciate it very much. And you and Rain and Tyler DeTalent, as well as all of the other broadcasters, and Dustin Bally as well. Everybody that comes into the booth in these Backmarkers broadcasts, we're all just here to have fun, man. So it ends up being a great show regardless, as the 78 of Ryan Rose tries the Chastain line there in turn 3 and 4.
Hey, he's just getting it ready just in case. He has it in the bank now.
Gotta keep those tools sharpened and ready. Yes, sir. And it looks like Dylan Johnson in that 20 machine is going to be starting on pole position, followed by Ryan Rose in the 78 and Blake Hoppy in that 23 machine for Evil Empire. Johnny Rapp in 4th, followed by Sam Stoner in that 65 machine. And then we've got Sean Johnson, Devin Jack, our heat race winner, and Robert Bropst, Bob Belshaw, Dade Grajewski rounding out your top 10, followed by Mitch Smith, Clifton Simmons, Abraham Kalufa, Aaron Banks, and Nick Serif. A stacked field tonight here in Myrtle Beach. That front row.
Where's Devin? He's not lined up yet. Where is he?
Oh no.
Oh, he's in.
There he is.
He done it. He done it.
In the nick of time. Got to his car. The team got him his steering wheel. Settled in. Strapped him down.
Oh,
he is
Kimmy
ready,
Jack over here.
ready to go racing.
But does he have the drink is the real question. Oh, everybody hitting those turtles, popping up the car, probably getting a little bit of damage, but it'd be like that. Blake out here being smart.
Yep. Dade and Clifton as well, learning from the mistakes of the cars further up in the field and avoiding those curbs. But I would like to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors at Team 53. If you're looking to improve your understanding of cars and tracks on iRacing, look no further than Team 53. Team 53 has a driver development program to help you get faster on iRacing. Team 53 also offers setups for the late model stock, super late model, and silver crown. Check out facebook.com/Team53WI for more information on how to sign up. And a big thanks to Justin Laxton for building the setups for our drivers tonight. And pace car is going to peel off into the pit lane. The 20 car of Dylan Johnson is going to line up next to Ryan Rose in that 78 machine.
And the green flag is dropping. And a good start for Ryan Rose. It's going to be to the outside of him pretty quickly.
Bit of a bump from Sam Stoner.
Yeah, Dylan Johnson is going to be able to clear him, though, going into one. He's going to hit those turtles, though. That's going to upset the car.
Oh, big wreck! Devin Johnson! Devin Jack, excuse me. Oh, looks like he got turned. I just saw him spinning off into the wall. It looks like that 49 machine is out of the race at the moment. 523 also involved, and Robert Bropst in there as well.
Ouch.
Oh, big stack up here. The 44 of Bob Belshaw also tangled up in there. A couple cars heading down on pit lane. Oh,
that was definitely a rumble strip / a Robert issue. I mean, he got a little bit tight from those rumble strips, and man, he kind of came up just a touch.
Take a look.
Robert was already there, not really given enough room. But I mean, that's just how you have to race here. So I can't really fault Robert.
One more time. Oh, everybody's just getting a little bit loose. Robert Bropst just gets the quarter panel of the 49 that sent him spinning off. And all hell breaks loose after that. The 49 just goes spinning into the rest of the pack. And cars are everywhere. The 44 ends up on the... There's a Robert sandwich here. Robert Bropst in the 5 and the 44 of Bob Belshaw getting tangled together. Oof. Painful rejoins as well. Not what you want to see this early in the race. But everybody's getting settled down, learning the track, learning how far they can push down onto the apron with those curbs there. They can definitely bite back. Looks like Dylan Johnson, Ryan Rose are going to hang on to the top 2 spots. Johnny Rapp is going to take advantage and move up 1 spot into 3rd. Blake Hoppy in that 23 car in 4th. Sam Stoner holding steady in P5. Sean Johnson repping that RC Cola Pride flag paint scheme once again. Love to see it, and a happy Pride to everybody in this month of June. Abraham Kalufa in the 84 machine, restarting in 7th spot with Aaron Banks in 8th. Mitch Smith and Clifton Simmons rounding out the top 10. Nick Serif back on track, as well as Dade Grajewski. Looks like he was able to avoid the brunt of that crash. May have taken his fast repair, though. It looks like he has hit the pit lane already. Bob Belshaw in 13th. Devin Jack, bearing the worst of that crash, was able to take his fast repair and get back on track, starting 14th now, a lap down. And last place is the 5 car of Robert Bropes, also a lap down, but we're heading back to the restart. Lap 6. Dylan Johnson and Ryan Rose once again. The green flag comes out. The 20 car gets an awesome jump off the line. 78 looking to slot into that inside lane. But Johnny Rapp is going to take advantage before he can get there and take that bottom line away. Oh, just in the quarter panel of the 78. Ryan Rose is trying to preserve that momentum on the outside line, but it looks like it's not going to be enough. Johnny Rapp is still there. This is opening the door for Sam Stoner. It looks like he got by Blake Hoppy in the 23 machine.
Good for him.
Great move
Blake
there.
Looking again, but here comes Sean Johnson as well. I mean, may as well strike while the iron's hot. If Blake is getting past, he's going to try to work his way back up to Samuel Stoner, make a little mistake probably, and here comes Johnson. Look at Abraham on the outside as well. Good move by him. He's thinking about it.
Abraham in that 84 car trying to send it around the outside of the 97 of Mitch Smith. Mitch is up 4 spots and Abe is up 5 from their starting positions in this race. 97 car sending it super deep into turn 1 and 2, getting real close to the 32 machine of Sean Johnson as well.
Your heat race winner working his way back up as well. He's inside the top 10 again. He's running 8th right now. But it seems like everybody's single file. It looks like Sean Johnson drug the wall a little bit, extending a little bit of a gap between him and Blake Hoppy. And the 97 of Mitch Smith looking at his chops right here, seeing if he can make another mistake again like that.
Yeah, big slide for the 97 coming out of turn 1 and 2. Let's see if he does it again out of 3 and 4. Might be getting his tires a little bit warm. And the 84 of Abe Kalufa is definitely noticing that, and he is trying to get up there and take that inside line away from the 97. Bob
right
Belshaw
looking for a move on Nick Serif. Nick is going to get past for the 2-for-1 right here. He's going to touch the wall a little bit. Here comes Robert too. It's going to be the 5 and 6 car working their way through the field, passing that 523, and see if they can get back up to that main pack right there as they both enter the top 10.
Nice, clean 2-for-1 pass there for Dade Grajewski and Robert Bropes as well. It looks like Robert Bropes is still a lap down, though, so he is just trying to match Dade's pace and move up through the field to get that lap back and get up to that 44 car, who's currently sitting in that lucky dog position. The 49 of Devin Jack, our heat race winner, he's fighting to get that lucky dog spot back.
I mean, I wouldn't really block like that, especially this early, especially when you know who's behind you as well. I mean, Devin Jack, we all know he's fast. I wouldn't even try to put up that much of a fight by blocking down the whole straightaway. I mean, that's a good way to get turned right there.
Yep, you gotta put up a fight for that lucky dog spot. You know, there's a lot at stake here.
Oh, man. He's trying to figure out a way to set him up right here, but right in front of him, we got a battle with Mitch Smith and Abraham Kalufa. Kalufa getting close to the wall, but he's not going to touch it.
Oh, that's just showing us. Oh, the 44 gets turned.
That's exactly why I told you not to block.
Oh, no. The 24 goes piling into the 38 of Clifton Simmons. Oh, no. Pace car comes out. Clifton Simmons up on his roof. Oh, has to tow. Hate to see it. Unfortunate caution here. Looked like Bob Belshaw got turned there. Not sure how much help he had.
Oh, he had a lot of help, but I mean, that's exactly what I said is don't block this early. You're going to get turned, and look at that. It
Yeah,
happened in front of our eyes.
there you go.
I assume that the 49 is
Ooh.
going to get the penalty, but I don't think it'd be warranted.
For fighting for Lucky Dog, I understand that aggression, that level of aggression in defending that spot.
I get it, but at the same time, like I said, it's too early. We're going to have another caution at some point, most likely. But it was just, yeah.
Yeah, you often find that when the day is starting off not on the best foot and you're already a lap down, you tend to make your risk assessment is a bit off, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's for sure, but got 20 laps into this thing, and I think that we're going to have a good green flag run coming up here. Dylan Johnson, though, putting in a solid performance already. Ryan Rose is hanging in there. He's lurking right now. I think he's just setting him up for a later run. I think he's letting the 20 burn off his tires a little bit. Johnny Rapp doing probably the same thing. Samuel Stoner and Blake Hoppy are battling pretty hard right now, but I know those two are thinking for the long run, so
Yes.
I don't think they're battling to the point they're burning off their stuff.
Big time. I love watching Blake Hoppy just back off and take it a little bit easy in the first half of the race and then just come flying through the pack and out of nowhere, basically. And with those fresh and saved tires, Blake Hoppy is the tire whisperer. So we will see what he can do at the end of this race. And behind him, Sean Johnson in that 32 machine, as well as Mitch Smith, Abe Kalufa, Dade Grajewski, and Nick Seraph holding on to that top 5 spot. Devin Jack is the first car a lap down, still in that lucky dog spot. A couple of other cars still out on the pit lane as well. Robert Brobst coming in for some damage repair. Clifton Simmons returning to the track after being flipped upside down in that last incident. So, unfortunate, but let's see how he can recover. The pace car is coming through. Turn 1 and 2, we're going to see him peel off into the pit lane very shortly. And the 20 car of Dylan Johnson hanging on to the lead of this race, led most, I would say, every lap so far. And the
Every lap so far.
Yep, the 78 of Ryan Rose starting on the outside. Green flag comes out. The 20 car gets an awesome jump off of the line, but the 78 is sticking his nose into the inside line. Oh, a little bit of curb for the 20 car, but he hangs on to it. 78 is super close to his rear bumper. He's going to stick his nose onto the inside line. 20 car is going to go a little bit wide on the exit of 4.
Oh, there it is.
Ooh, side by side into turn 1.
Ryan Rose is so close to making the pass, and I think he got it.
Caution comes out.
Across the line. We're gonna have to see where they come across the line because that last scoring loop, it may have been Ryan Rose taking that win or that
I
first
think
position.
you're right. Ryan Rose takes the lead by a nose. That was incredible. Looks like Aaron Banks crashed, and that's what brought the caution out. Oh no, is Clifton Simmons also involved again in this crash? Looks like some bad luck for Clifton and the Roberts. They are still in pit lane as well. Johnny Rapp taken to the pit lane. Looks like he's going to take this opportunity to get some fresh rubber on lap 26 of 125.
Bold decision, but one that could prove fruitful if we can go green, in all honesty.
Yeah,
but I got some bad news real quick for the broadcast. I must take a phone call really quick, so hopefully I'll be back relatively soon.
All right, well, no problem there. Third caution of the day. Hopefully we can clean it up a little bit. Lap 26 of 125. Let's take this opportunity to thank ReScreened LLC. ReScreened LLC provides pool enclosures and lanais in the Southwest Florida area. Big thanks to David White and ReScreened for supporting us as the title sponsor of the Backmarkers ReScreened LLC Regional Late Model Tour. Awesome stuff so far. Ryan Rose finally taking the lead after 25 or so laps of Dylan Johnson leading. Blake Hoppy back up into that third spot. He was able to pass Sam Stoner, and I believe Robert Brobst was involved in one of the previous cautions. So back up to that top 3 spot for him, and Sam Stoner sitting pretty in 4th in that Doty 65 machine. Sean Johnson in the 32 RC Cola Pride machine in the top 5 as well. And it looks like so far the biggest movers of the race are Abe Kalufa, this 84 car, and the 523 of Nick Seraph in 6th and 8th places. They've both moved up 7 spots from their starting position. Incredible stuff. We've seen some chaos early in this race, so they have been able to take advantage. And let's not forget to mention Dade Grajewski there in 7th spot. Ran a solid race all day. Pitted on lap 1, and he is running well into the top 10 in 7th spot there. Johnny Rapp comes out of his pit stop into 9th spot, and Mitch Smith rounds out your top 10. Looks like the pace car is going to peel off into the pit lane once again, and Ryan J. Rose is going to start on the inside this time with the 20 machine of Dylan Johnson on the outside. The roles are reversed here on lap 29, flipping over to the 30. Green flag comes out. Oh, Dylan Johnson gets the better start on the outside, but he's not quite close enough to capitalize, and Ryan Rose hangs on to the lead with about a 3-car length gap coming out of turn 3. But Blake Hoppy and Dylan Johnson are side by side now. Blake Hoppy is way low. And it looks like Sam Stoner is going to try to go around the outside alongside Dylan Johnson. But coming back into turn 1 and 2, that inside line is much stronger. But as I say that, it looks like the 20 car got a great launch off the exit. Dylan is doing an awesome job of holding on to his momentum and keeping that speed up. He is really putting the fight to Blake Hoppy in that 23 machine. Oh, and the yellow flag comes out once again. Let's take a look here. It looks like Nick Seraph is involved, as well as Abraham Kalufa. Oh, some left front damage there on that 84 machine. Let's take a look at a quick replay here. 84 gets a little bit loose on the outside line there. 523 sends it deep to the inside. Oh, and it looks like he just comes up into the 84's line. Little too fast into the corner. Isn't able to hold that inside line. Little bit of damage for the 84, but it looks like he is able to continue. Nick Seraph, on the other hand, is going to hit pit road, go for the speeding penalty, and burnout combo. Oh, it looks like Ryan J. Rose. He's dropping down my timing sheet. Not sure if he just blinked out. Or, some unforeseen issue with Ryan Rose. Unfortunate for our leader. Blake Hoppy is going to inherit the lead after some connection issues for Ryan J. Rose. This really throws a wrench in the standings here as we turn lap 35 of 125. Going to be Blake Hoppy, Dylan Johnson, Sam Stoner, your top 3. We are shuffled all over the place now. This bit of shock thrown into the race. Let's take a moment to thank the title sponsor of the RND 125 Classic. It's RyanNardoneDesigns. Ryan Nardone Designs is a freelance graphic designer who turned a small passion into something more. From logos to designs, he can do it all at a reasonable price. R&D has created designs for trackside billboards to t-shirts. He's done a little something of everything. Visit RyanNardoneDesigns.com to view the full Team 53 collection, or message Ryan Nardone Designs on Instagram or Facebook for more information. Big thanks to Ryan Nardone Designs for sponsoring the RND 125 Classic at Myrtle Beach Speedway. 2x2, we go again. Lining up behind the pace car. Through turns 1 and 2, side by side, we've got Blake Hoppy and Dylan Johnson on that front row. 65 and the 32 of Sam Stoner and Sean Johnson in that second row as well. Blake Hoppy on that inside line, backing up the pack, getting ready for his launch, and there it is. The green flag comes out and the 23 car clears the pack. That 20 car of Dylan Johnson riding real high around the outside, trying to clear Sam Stoner and hold on to that second spot. With the 65 machine gonna slot into third. Sean Johnson doesn't want any of it, gives a big tap to the rear of the 65. Let him know he's there. And everybody holds it straight, and we continue on. Dade Grajewski is side by side with Johnny Rapp. Johnny Rapp on the outside with fresh tires. Pitted just about 15 or 20 laps ago. Johnny Rapp and Devin Jack on the outside. Devin Jack got his lap back, it seems, so he's fighting back on the lead lap. He's in 7th spot, fighting in the 97 car. Oh, a little tap for the inside, and Mitch Smith gets a little bit loose, collects it up, and we're not going to see a yellow this time around. Good save from Mitch Smith there. A little tap from Devin Jack. Devin's really getting his elbows out this week. From that heat race win, he was feeling pretty good and got involved in some early cautions. But now we're going to start seeing some fight back from him, I think. Johnny Rapp on those fresh tires, looking to make up some positions and get back to the lead of this race. Meanwhile, up front, Dylan Johnson is super close to the rear of Blake Hoppy in that 23 machine. Blake Hoppy is doing his best to save as much tire as possible. He has yet to pit. That 20 car getting real close and personal. Applying so much pressure out of turn 1 and 2. Deep into turn 3 and 4. Real tight with the wall on the apex. And a nice track out. A little bit of a slide for the 20 car. But they are super close. Meanwhile, Sam Stoner and Sean Johnson are fighting for that 3rd spot. Looks like everybody is settling in just a little bit. Getting used to their tires. Dade Grajewski has the oldest tires of this group here. 2 fresh tire runners coming up right behind him, so he is trying his hardest to hang on. Looks like the cars behind him are half a tenth faster per lap. But Dade is doing an awesome job of hanging on to the rear of Sean Johnson as well. Oh, and the 32 goes super high, gets a little bit loose down on the curb of turn 1, and he's on the outside of the 6 car. Dade is fighting so hard to keep that position, but Johnny Rapp is just biding his time and looking to get the twofer. He knows he's got the fresher tires. He should be able to make easy work of this whole group. But here comes Devin Jack, also looking for a position or two. Oh, the 32 gives a big smack to the 6, and Johnny Rapp turns the... Oh, carnage everywhere. Oh, wow. Looks like Sean Johnson was the first victim there. Gave a little bit of a tap to the 6 car, and Johnny Rapp just wasn't ready for it, and that checkup just accordioned through the field. Let's see if we can get another look at that stack up. 32 car just gets a little bit wide on the exit of 1 and 2, and then 6 car slides up a little bit, tries to correct it. That causes the 32 to check up, and the 52 of Johnny Rapp just has nowhere to go, and he goes straight into that pride flag on Sean Johnson's RC Cola machine. 97 collects the rear fender as well, and Robert Bropes has got nowhere to go. And the 84 and the 38 are also gonna get collected in this incident. Bit of a field clearer. But somehow, Dade Grajewski is back out in front. Oh, it looks like 2 right side tires. Oh, all 4 tires, excuse me, for our front runners here. It looks like Dylan Johnson, Blake Hoppy, and Sam Stoner all hitting the pit lane to take 4 fresh tires. This second group of cars all looking for some damage repair, I imagine. 5, 84, 38, and 32 all coming in for their pit stops. Sean Johnson is the highest placed car here. Looks like he just took his fast repair as well. Oh, just a repair, no tires for Sean Johnson. Interesting choice. Not sure if he took tires on a previous stop. It looks like 4 tires for Abe Kalufa. And Robert Bropes, I also believe he used his fast repair a little earlier on, so he might have to deal with the damage he's got. Dade Grajewski out in front behind the pace car. Mitch Smith also pitted on lap 25, the same as Johnny Rapp in that 52 machine. Meanwhile, Dylan Johnson, Blake Hoppy, and Samuel Stoner, Devin Jack as well, all pitted this caution on lap 50. Sean Johnson on lap 51. So, we've got some pretty fresh tires in the field. Gonna see the top 3 perhaps get eaten up on this restart. But I know Johnny Rapp is gonna try his hardest to hold on to the lead of this race as long as possible. But Blake Hoppy on fresh tires is a force to be reckoned with. Not to mention the 20 and 65 machines of Dylan Johnson and Samuel Stoner. They have been awesome all night long. We're going to see an interesting fight here on this restart. 52 of Johnny Rapp getting super close to the 6 of Dade. Green flag comes out. Dade gets an awesome jump. 97 of Mitch Smith. That outside line not looking as strong as it should be. Those old tires really hampering the field. Johnny Rapp in the 52 is able to take that second spot. Blake Hoppy in the 23 machine takes the position away from the 97 of Mitch Smith. Those fresh tires working out for Blake Hoppy. The 20 car of Dylan Johnson also looking for that 3rd spot. Blake Hoppy, Dylan Johnson, Devin Jack, all on fresh tires. Sam Stoner on fresh tires as well. Gonna walk right by that 97 machine of Mitch Smith. Old tire restart is not gonna work out. But I say that Dade Grajewski is on 57 lap old tires, and he's got a hefty amount of damage, but he is leading by 0.6 of a second right now. Awesome job from that 6 car of Dade Grajewski, our league owner. representing the Backmarkers ReScreened LLC Regional Late Model Tour with class. Awesome stuff from Dade Grajewski right here. But Blake Hoppy is having none of it. He just closed that gap by 3/10 in that last lap. The fresh tires are definitely working out once Blake can get into some clean air. Now he's going to be hassling Dade Grajewski. Oh, a little bit of a blink for the 6 car. Some connection issues there. And that's going to cause Blake to check up just a little bit. And Dylan Johnson in that 20 car is looking to push the matter along and make something happen here. Oh, looks like Blake is just about to get to the inside of the 6 car here into turn 1 and 2. 6 car goes high. Lots of room given, lots of respect shown. He knows that Blake was able to catch up on those fresh tires. Oh, I say that. He's really going to fight on the exit of 4. Dade is doing an awesome job of holding on to his momentum on those older tires. Dylan Johnson. Oh, a little bit loose for Dade. Dylan Johnson also sneaking into the inside. Devin Jack trying to capitalize as well, just holding on to that inside line. Oh, and a bit of a wall scrape for the 6 car. He got pushed a little bit too high. But a good save nonetheless. He's able to hold on to that top 5 spot. Meanwhile, a little further back, Johnny Rapp is taking advantage of all that too-wide racing, and he closed up that gap to Dade as well. Just about half a second between 5th and 6th spot at the moment. Meanwhile, Blake Hoppy sitting pretty out in front. 4/10 of a second gap to the 20 car of Dylan Johnson. Devin Jack in 3rd spot as well. Hanging on. Love seeing the compression into turn 3 and 4 on this track. The braking zone is very interesting. Very weird shaped track, Myrtle Beach Speedway. As Tyler was saying earlier on, it's like you take a D-shaped track and hit it with a hammer. Sam Stoner in that awesome teal and pink Doty scheme. Looking great in that BMW late model. Dade Grajewski hanging on to that 5th spot. Johnny Rapp in the 52 car is chasing him down. Another 10th faster on that last lap for Johnny Rapp. Looks like Dylan Johnson is closing the gap to the lead, though. Blake Hoppy trying to manage his tires. Dylan Johnson trying to apply as much pressure to keep Blake on his toes and keep those tires hot. We'll see who can win here. I know Blake is definitely the tire whisperer. Oh, a little bit of a wall scrape for the 20 car on the exit of turn 4. It's going to send him a little loose into turn 1. No harm, no foul, but Devin Jack definitely saw that, and he wants to capitalize. He wants to get that 20 car out of the way. Clear up that position and try to fight for the lead. Devin Jack in that 49 machine again was the heat race winner. And like we say every week, that heat race gives you a little bit more practice, and a little bit more green flag experience really goes a long way on these short tracks. Oh, a little bit loose for Blake Hoppy into turn 1 and 2. Uncharacteristic slide from the 23 machine there. Still maintaining that 3/10 of a second gap to second place. Oh, and it looks like Devin Jack also going for a bit of a slide into turn one. Looks like the tire wear is really becoming a factor. Maybe 20, 25 laps into the stint. Here we see the 52 of Johnny Rapp trying to take that 5th spot away from Dade Grajewski. To the inside he goes. Dade's hanging on for his life on the outside line, able to carry a bunch of speed. And a little too much into turn 3. Oh, a little bit of a touch. No harm, no foul. Johnny Rapp is able to get back down and avoid the contact. I think that scared Dade for his life, though, and he's... Oh, no. I keep saying that, but Dade's going for it. And the crossover, 6-car tries to get the inside line back into turn 1 and 2. Again, a little bit of a wall touch for the 52. On the exit of 3 and 4. Deep into turn 3 and 4. Once again, the 6-car is still there, but 52 is hanging on in that second lane. Just about cleared on the front stretch. Big slide into one for the 52 car, and he's going to slide down in front of Dade and take that top 5 spot. Solid move from Johnny Rapp with a great defense from Dade. Love to see it. Meanwhile, out front, Blake Hoppy is again extending his lead. Looks like a bit of a mistake on the last lap for Dylan Johnson. Cost him 0.3 of a second. Now the gap is up to half a second. 0.5. Devin Jack and Sam Stoner settling in for those 3rd and 4th spots. Meanwhile, Johnny Rapp trying to make up some time on those older tires. Again, he pitted on lap 25, while the top 4 pitted on lap 50. We are all experiencing some pretty severe tire wear. When I was talking to the drivers in practice, it sounded like the tires only lasted for maybe 20 laps before you really started to feel the fall off and started sliding into turn 1 and 2, as we keep seeing drivers do. Take a bit of a look further on down the field. Looks like we've had some attrition this time around. Robert Brobst still hanging out, 33 laps down. Clifton Simmons, 5 laps down, trying to stay in the race, get some good points for the championship. Dade Grajewski, 6-car in P6. Looking good, everybody. Oh, meanwhile, Dylan Johnson once again has closed up that gap. I don't want to play favorites up here in the booth, but I'm starting to think that Blake Hoppy is maybe playing with his food a little bit. Looks like he's trying to back off, save his tires, cool him down a little bit. Then when he sees Dylan Johnson get real close in his mirror, it's like he does a Fast and the Furious shift up and just find some more speed to hold on to that spot. Meanwhile, I gotta stop talking, man. Dylan Johnson to the inside on lap turn 1. A little bit of contact between the 23 and the 20 in turn 1. That's gonna force him down onto those curves. It looks like they settled it. Dylan Johnson gonna back off. Try to regroup and close the gap down once again. Up to lap 88 now of 125 of the R&D 125 Classic. Again, big thanks to RyanNardoneDesigns as the title sponsor of this race. Check out RyanNardoneDesigns.com to view the full Team 53 collection, or message Ryan Nardone Designs on Instagram and Facebook for more information. Blake Hoppy holding on to a solid lead Devin Jack coming back from being at least 1 lap down. Back to that top 3 spot. Sam Stoner with a solid performance all day. Still in that top 4. And a bit of a gap in the field. And we see Johnny Rapp on those old tires. He went for the bold strategy call early on. Hit it under one of the earlier cautions. And now he is 6 seconds back from the pack. Still a solid performance for the top 5 from Johnny Rapp. Dade Grajewski also doing an awesome job in that 6th spot. Sean Johnson rounding out the top 7. Those are your lead lap runners so far on lap 92. Meanwhile, the fight for the lead still heating up. There's a lot of gap management happening between these two drivers. 23 car Blake Hoppy. He knows what his tires need. Right along in the cockpit of Devin Jack in that 49 machine. Holding on to 3rd spot. Chasing down the top 2. Really wide entry into 1 and 2. Trying to swing it around those curbs without touching. And all the way back up into the wall. Turn 3 and 4, you want to hug that inside wall as close as possible and then just send it on out in that exit. Get as close to that outside wall as you can. Here we see the pace of Blake Hoppy and Dylan Johnson. They are just pulling away from what looked to be some awesome laps from the 49 machine. We are still in the 19.7s for the top 4 drivers. Great times coming out of these super worn tires. Sam Stoner, it seems, dealing with some tire fall off as well. He's had some ups and downs in the last few laps. Let's see if we can pull up a lap time history. Here we see he's pulling away from Johnny Rapp on those older tires. Pretty steady 19.7s for Sam Stoner. Running solid out there as we cross the line for lap 101. It's 25 laps to go here at the RND 125 Classic. Big thanks to Team 53 for providing all of our setups tonight. Team 53 provides Asphalt setups for the late model stock, super late model, and Silver Crown. Driver coaching is also available as well to help you get faster on iRacing. You can catch team owner Justin Laxton racing this summer in a late model, both in iRacing and in real life. Visit facebook.com/Team53WI for more information on setups and coaching and to follow along on his racing journey. Big thanks to Justin Laxton and Team 53 for all of the awesome work that they put in to help us get this show on the road. Blake Hoppy pulling a full second gap onto that 20 car. Dylan Johnson. Those Evil Empire boys really know how to bring the heat to the Backmarkers ReScreened LLC Regional Late Model Tour. Oh, and it looks like Sam Stoner is now applying some pressure to the back of the 49 of Devin Jack. Looks like he wants that top 3 spot. Just about 3/10 between them. Sam Stoner is taking some time out of that 49 machine. 10th and a half, half a tenth, 10th and a half again. Give and take between these two drivers on lap 106. Oh, a big chunk. Oh, side by side into turn 1 and 2. Looks like Devin is going to have the advantage coming out of 2. Looks like Sam Stoner is just a little bit faster coming out of turn 4. He's trying to use that to get side by side by turn 1, but it's not working just yet. Devin Jack doing an awesome job of placing his car exactly where he needs to be to just hamper that progress of the 65 machine. Meanwhile, Blake Hoppy making his way through some lapped traffic now. Sean Johnson just got put a lap down. And it looks like Clifton Simmons is next in line for Blake Hoppy to get around. Dylan Johnson doing his best to try to get a little bit closer. Try to make that traffic more impactful in his fight. Just don't think Dylan has the tires left for Blake Hoppy. Blake Hoppy did an awesome job of saving his tires, as he always does. Devin Jack also took that opportunity to settle down, put in some heaters, and pulled away from Sam Stoner just a little bit. As I say that, the 65 gets an awesome jump out of turn 4 once again. He's really bringing the fight to him, right to his bumper on the back stretch. Deep into turn 3 and 4. Riding along on the 65 machine with Sam Stoner. Gonna dive way deep to the inside. Oh, the 49 is going to defend and block that inside line. Sam Stoner's going to take it real fast in that second lane, side by side out of turn 4. Once again into turn 2, the third lane for 65. Oh, and he cuts all the way down to the inside, tries to get to the fender of the 49, and he does it. He takes that inside line away for turn 3 and 4. Almost has the speed. Oh, he's still there for turn 1 and 2. 49's going to turn in almost all the way. Oh, a little bit of a contact. A little bit of a rub on the exit of 2. Everybody gets it settled down and saves it. Still side by side. Out of 3 and 4 and now into 1 and 2 again. Real deep for the 65. He's trying to clear him. It's not quite enough. Devin gets a good run on the outside. Oh, again, a little bit of a touch on the entry to the corner. That's going to push the 49 wide just where he needs to be. Oh, and it looks like it took 4 laps, but it's just about clear now. Sam Stoner takes that third spot. Awesome pass. With 6 to go over the line. Great job for Sam Stoner. He's going to be defending like hell, trying to hold on to that podium spot. again, Blake Hoppy with an almost 3-second lead now. Oh, Sean Johnson into the pits. Not sure if he had some damage there. Johnny Rapp hanging on to his top 5 spot. Oh, but the 49 and the 65 are not done yet. Not quite close enough coming out of turn 3 and 4 again. Sam Stoner is driving very cautiously now, trying to hold on to his position and navigating some lap traffic as well. Closing in on Dylan Johnson. It looks like the 20 car got compromised by that lap traffic as well, and that's going to put the 65 right on his bumper. 3 laps to go. Is it going to be enough for Sam Stoner to take this second spot? Right to his bumper out of turn 3 and 4 as well. 2 to go now for Blake Hoppy around turn 3 and 4. Gonna see the spotter waving the white flag for the last lap of the RND 125 Classic, brought to you by RyanNardoneDesigns. Awesome showing for Blake Hoppy. Gonna round turn 3 and 4 one last time to take the win. And oh, a big avoidance from the 6 car. It looks like Dade Grajewski had a bit of a spin there on the last lap. But no harm, no foul. Blake Hoppy comes around, takes the win. Dylan Johnson holds on to his second spot. Sam Stoner put up an awesome fight at the end of that race. Really closed up that gap. Applied a ton of pressure. Devin Jack won the heat race earlier tonight, and he comes home in 4th spot. Johnny Rapp rounding out your top 5. Finishing on the lead lap as well. All of our top 3 boys are going to line up there for their photo shoot. And unfortunately, I do not see our race winner, Blake Hoppy, down here in the chat. Hopefully we can grab him a little bit later on. But in the meantime, let's talk to Sam Stoner, our top 3 finisher. What a race there. You got me up in the booth, Sam?
Yes, sir, I do.
That was an awesome show there at the end. It looked like, did you get like a second wind on your tires? You were closing up on Devin Jack and made the pass. Went side by side for 4 or 5 laps fighting him, and still had enough to close up the gap to second place as well, but not quite enough there. Yeah, talk us through the end of that race. That was awesome.
You know, I definitely was taking it easy, trying not to be too hard on it, let the car kind of turn itself and drive itself around there, and I definitely outlasted old Devin there, but something happened to RP2 on probably, lap, like 3 to go?
Yeah,
or so?
early on.
And he lost a ton of time to me. I'm curious to find out what happened to him, but it didn't end up playing into my favor too much, but hey, we had an exciting finish there, I think.
Yeah, exciting finish, and you still walked away with a top 3. Awesome showing. That was a lot of fun to watch at the end. That was some good stuff. Anybody you want to shout out or thank real quick?
Oh, the usual people. My family. My friends. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Justin Laxton, Team 53. Thanks, Dade, for being cool. And good racing with everybody here, man. That was a good one at the end there.
Good stuff, good stuff. I will drop you back in general. Thanks for chatting with us. And let's see who else is still in chat that we can talk to. Let's pull in Mr. Devin Jack. It's Jay up in the booth. You got me?
Oh yeah, I got you.
Solid 4th place finish. didn't quite have enough to hold off Sam Stoner there at the end, but an awesome show and an awesome fight nonetheless. Talk me through that battle at the end with Sam.
I could just feel the tires were going away, and I was watching him inch closer and closer. Once he got to my inside, I was doing my best to pinch him down or at least keep speed on the outside, but that right front just was not having it at that point.
Yeah, we definitely saw the tire wear come into play. And at the end of the race, it looked like a few of the cars were crying for tires. But he held on for a solid P4 nonetheless. Is there anybody you want to thank or shout out real quick?
Well, the league sponsor ReScreened. It's more or less the only shoutouts for this one. I was just happy to be in it after that lap 1 wreck.
Yeah, after that lap 1 wreck, you were at least 1 lap down, maybe 2 at one point. You were put on a great show fighting for that lucky dog spot for a little while, and then we got some early cautions. And yeah, and congrats on the heat race win as well. Do you think that that extra 20 laps of green flag experience helped you out in the race tonight?
When I had a car that wasn't broke, it definitely helped out. But as I slowly beat the car up through the night, any advantage I learned in tire saving went away as the right front was dying.
Sure, yeah. Physics overcome at a certain point, you know, so regardless, that was an awesome show, awesome performance, and again, congrats on that P4 and the heat race win. I will go ahead and throw you back in the general chat. Thanks for chatting with us, and we will see you next week, bud. All right. I think that is all for the interviews at the moment. That was quite a show. We had a lot of ups and downs tonight. But that's round 10 in the books. Blake Hoppy in that 23 car gets the win for Evil Empire Sim Sports. So they are doing pretty great this time around between Tyler and Blake. Dylan Johnson in the 20 car comes home P2. Solid performance all around. He was on pole position at the start of the race and held on so well. Sam Stoner, P3 in that 65 car, put on an awesome show at the end there, was able to save his tires and take that late position from P4, Devin Jack, in that 49 car as well. And Johnny Rapp is the last of the lead lap finishers in P5. That's short track racing for you. You just get these, everybody gets lapped, it seems. That's Johnny Rapp in P5. And then Sean Johnson, Dade Grajewski, Clifton Simmons, Robert Brobst, Mitch Smith is going to round out your top 10, followed by Abraham Kalufo, Ryan Rose, Nick Seraph, Aaron Banks, and Bob Belshaw. As well as Tyler Barnett is out there on the board. He joined us for the first half of the broadcast, so quick hello and thank you to Tyler as well. I am Jay Bast. I am signing off for tonight. Thank you for joining us for round 10 of the Backmarkers ReScreened LLC Regional Late Model Tour. Big thank you to all of our sponsors, RyanNardoneDesigns. Check them out for the full Team 53 collection. Message them on Instagram or Facebook. That's RyanNardoneDesigns.com. Check out Team 53. Big thanks to Justin Laxton for supplying our drivers with these awesome setups for the late model stock. Check them out for late models, super late models, and Silver Crown setups, as well as driver coaching, and to follow along on his real life late model journey as well. That's Justin Laxton at Team 53. And our series sponsor, ReScreened LLC. If you're in the Southwest Florida area and are in need of a pool enclosure or lanai, big thanks to David White for supporting our league. And if you want to join in on the fun, check us out on Discord. That's discord.gg/backmarkersracing. Head on in, join the Late Model League. One more race in this season, and Season 2 is starting up in the middle of July as well. We'll have some more details for that later on. But I have been Jay Best. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. This was a fun one, and we will see you same time next week. Thanks, everybody. Good night.